What's up, everybody? Well, I've got another Asus Ally gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna have a look at some Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, or at least try to. I don't even know if this game is gonna work. I figured it wouldn't work at all on the Steam Deck, so I didn't want to go through the trouble of installing Epic. Not that it's as hard as it used to be anymore. Now it's as easy as like going to a website, downloading some tool, and then the tool downloads all the stuff you want. And then you can do a couple more steps to make it look professional, but it's not even necessary after that if you don't want to. But I figured this thing can at least just natively run it, so we can just see if it runs or not. If it doesn't, hey, at least now you'll know not to waste your time. But if it does run, it's probably gonna have to run at like 720p with like FSR, and all that stuff. But I'm gonna hop in, figure out what works, and we'll go from there. And then I'll show you the settings, and then we'll see what happens for gameplay. If it works, we'll get some, and if it doesn't, we won't. I'm not even gonna bother with 1080p or 900p. I don't think those are gonna work whatsoever, at least not at playable frame rates. But in any case, let's not blab anymore and let's go get this guy hooked up to the capture computer. Alright, well, I want to do my due diligence and just try setting the resolution to 1080p. And it's at 59 Hz because we're just hooked up to the capture computer, but we are going to use FSR 3 on performance because that's what it defaulted to, so figured, why the hell not? That's what we'll do. Though I doubt it will be very playable, but hey. And then everything else, we're just leaving what it wanted. This is just the default settings. And alright. That is the bottom, so why don't we go ahead and see how it plays. Alright, well, here we are in the game. But, yeah, kind of as I suspected. At least with the base resolution of 1080p, even with FSR helping it out. Can't even maintain 30 FPS once you get out here into the jungle.
Followed the water.
Now it was doing alright-ish when we were just inside the laboratory at the beginning of the game, but I wanted to wait and get out of that, so that's why I didn't start right at the beginning. I figured that'd be just as bad as my starting off in a random tunnel situations. So not making that same mistake twice, but yeah, not playable at all. At least in my opinion. Maybe some people would play like this, but not me. That's a weird looking plant. But anyway, this is pretty terrible, so why don't we go ahead and try turning it to 900p. Well, alright, we dropped it down to 900p, but other than that, we're keeping everything else the exact same. But just wanted to show you guys those settings again, especially for the people that just want to jump around. And they might not even have watched the first part. They just kind of like, nope, I just want to see what 900p is, and they're going to wonder what the settings are, so bam, here we go. And with that, back into the game we shall go. Well, now here we are with 900p. And while the FPS is doing a little bit better, still not exactly what I'd call playable. And definitely, since we're on performance, it definitely has some weird artifacting going on like the arms and whatnot. I'm sure you can see that. Don't know if that'll be noticeable once we change to the camera recorded gameplay. But for that, I'm just going to wait till we get to 720p, because I think 720p is about as good as we're going to get, and even that probably is not going to be perfect, unfortunately. Man, this chair is getting cracky. But it's still comfortable. Armrest is kind of falling apart on one side, but hey, I still like my Batman chair. But anyway, I think it's time to move on. Now we'll tone the base resolution down to 720p, keeping the same FSR performance, because I feel still like that's about as good as we're going to get. Now there's a couple things still on medium, but they don't really make a difference, so I figured leave them alone, So, now back into the game. Now here we go at 720p with FSR and performance. And it looks extraordinarily crappy, but At least we're getting almost 30 FPS a majority of the time. Not all the time, though. But this is, I think, about as playable as we're going to get. So I'll get my 5 minutes-ish of gameplay here. We'll just run around a little bit through these random forest places here. Huh. Oh, okay, they're like bugs flying around. For a second, I stopped for a second because I thought those were bullets flying. I thought some people were shooting. I was going to be like, what the hell? But no, it's just bugs and whatnot floating around. Oh, Misty's jumping down to go get some treats. Oh, I forgot to open the couch for her. She likes to have the little thing recline so she can sit on the part for your feet. There we go. All fixed besides a little bit of creaky chair.
More RDA. What happened?
They seem to have got absolutely pooped on. That's what happened. Man, with FSR and the combo of FSR performance and 720p, stuff in the distance really looks quite piss poor, doesn't it? Especially all blown up. I don't know what it'll look like once we go to the camera recorded part. Might actually look alright. Half the time, that masks half of the bad looking textures and stuff. But I don't know if it can mask that weird stuff it's doing with the arms and whatnot. But we will see when we get there. Huh. This looks like an abandoned outpost. It's like being grown over and stuff. I don't think anybody's been here for a minute. Ooh, we can climb the tree. Ooh, there's some kind of thingy to open.
Over here. By the tree.
Salt Lake.
Yep, and I had absolutely no sound during these parts, so I had no idea that guy was wherever that guy was calling out to me from. I just knew he was around. So I was like, all right, well, let's try to find him. I know they said by a tree. Not probably up by that tree. There he is.
Now you see what they kept you from. Your true home.
You saved me. Ah! You can't keep fighting. I will help you this time.
All right, got a bow.
You will need arrows.
Wouldn't you know?
Wood in the underbrush is pliable. You will find it. Simply focus your senses.
My senses?
They taught you to be human, but you are not the... See the forest as I do.
Yeah, has some stutters here and there too.
That's
for sure.
This is your home.
But if I had to guess, it's
It will
probably
speak
stressing the RAM and the
if you let it.
VRAM since it's
Let your
shared.
senses guide you.
Well, we found that, so now we can make arrows, I presume.
Okay, I got it.
Now you have all you need to craft arrows as I do. Sharp enough to pierce human metal. You are ready.
All right, cool.
We should get out of here. Can you move?
I'm probably
Double
sure he
fit.
can't move yet.
I need a pod
He needs a pod.
from a double fit
Let's get him that pod.
I'll find one. Don't worry.
Near
Now,
the
it might
shore.
take me a while,
They grow by
but
water.
I will find you one of those eventually. But in any case, I think this is a great time to move along. Alright. Let's get a little camera recorded gameplay now. Alright. Map. Where does it want me to go? Okay. Oh, he gave me a bow. But yeah, unfortunately this game seems to be just a little bit too much for this particular system. Now I bet if you plugged it in and put everything to its max, you know, wattage, then it might be able to maintain an almost 30. But that's probably about it. You're still probably gonna get those stutters and whatnot here and there. Although that might be on all systems, so I don't want to count that yet. So far, this is the first thing I've tried this game on. I thought I could go up that tree easier, but I guess not. Ooh, that was a big stutter. Now, I did try putting everything down to like super low before starting the video. There was a couple things that were on medium and stuff. I figured it wouldn't keep it over 30, and no, I was right. It still drops down to about the same FPS, so I figured, nope, just let it be default settings. Screw it. Apparently the game knows best. But yeah, we still got quite a bit of frame drops and stutters and stuff, so I wouldn't exactly call this a super playable experience. It's not completely unplayable, it's just not a great experience, in my opinion. But the fact that we are handheld, I mean, I figured it might even just crash a bunch on me. But no, not so far yet. I ran out of batteries, so I had to charge the thing for a little bit. I wished I would have been able to let it stay on for the whole 10 minutes in the same game, but hey, it is what it is. Can I loot any of this stuff? It looks useful. No? Alright, well, it has been deemed unuseful. Wow, we dropped all the way down to 22. Uh-oh. Those might not be friendly.
A double fit pod. The plant grows near water. Look through the lake. Focus on what you need.
Oh, into the trees I go, apparently. Well, I guess that answers my question: is can they swim? There we go. But in any case, I think that's plenty of camera recorded gameplay, so why don't we go ahead and go wrap this video on up. Well, alright guys, that is a wrap for Avatar Frontiers of Pandora on the Asus Ally, and while we got it to run, doesn't really run great unless you put it down to 720p FSR performance and pretty much put everything to a mixture of medium and a few things on low. A couple of things didn't seem to matter much on FPS, but did improve the picture quality a little bit, so I figured might as well leave them on. No reason to put it on low for no reason if it ain't gonna actually get you any better performance, right? So it gets you like 20 to 30 FPS, like 26. Sometimes we were dropping all the way down to 22 in certain spots and we were getting lots of stutters, so it wasn't exactly an enjoyable experience. So personally, I wouldn't really recommend playing this game on this unless you're okay with what you saw here. But if this is your only system and you'd like a little more performance, I would probably not grab it for this. But that's just my opinion, and now I'm glad I didn't bother trying it on the Steam Deck, because that would have gone absolutely astronomically horribly. Even if I put everything down to low, like I bet you it would have been like in the single digits to maybe like 12, 13 FPS. Maybe it could get up to like 20 staring at a wall. But in any case though, that is all I got for you guys for this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out guys.